This is Kettle Moraine Youth Aviation. Welcome to West Bend. We have a couple of operations ongoing, one in Hartford, at the airport in Hartford, and this one we recently started up here at the airport in West Bend, but all the same group. We have about 14 students here that are enrolled, and we have a fluctuating number depending on school activities and other things. So we have a differing workforce every night. Students are working on what's called a fuselage kit. So this is the center of the aircraft that we're building. It's one of the most complex structures on the aircraft. It involves putting together parts that are made of sheet metal, aluminum extrusions. The students are filing, deburring, eventually riveting and drilling parts, assembling them into the main structural portion of the aircraft.
Some of this can get very complicated, so attention to detail and anything in life will be great. So later on, I end up doing it. Do you have any?
Oh yeah, it's also a little bit of technical engineering with that, like figuring out this, wondering why this does that. Like with these nut plates, they help with connecting two things or just stabilizing it. And over there, we're learning that stainless steel. Stainless steel has a higher melting point, and that's why it's next to the engine as comparison to aluminum, which is a really low one. So stuff like that.
So sometimes the skills are obvious, like operating a rivet gun is fairly simple, but more complex tasks like specifically drilling holes and countersinking holes to specific depths, learning how to use a file and other hand tools that they may have never run across before are part of the training process that we use, and they apply it on the fuselage kit here.
We are going to use this right here on our plan, and right now what we're doing is we're kind of dulling the edges so that it doesn't it doesn't break any other parts on the aircraft. And this will be used, it'll be like it will be behind the engine, and the pilot and the co-pilot will probably be over here, and it might mount over there on that side.
You know, this is a challenge, I think. And I'm very proud of the students from walking in day one to not know what any of these tools are, to being able to work on a complex structure like this, error-free, and take pride and ownership in what they're doing. So mentors are involved here, but we specifically want students to do all the work.
I didn't know anything when I came into this. Like, I had no prior knowledge, so I learned how to use all the tools, how to prep all the parts, and just how to put everything together. I'd say it's hard to learn everything and what all the numbers mean and how to read the blueprints, but now it's easier because I know what everything is. By being a part of this, I'm able to know how a plane works, how it's riveted together, how just the ins and outs of a plane.
We'll click out as shown in figure 1. So we find figure 1. We see our parts here. Our part number labeled, and it points to our parts. After we have those, we just keep following down, reach through the opening side, the fuselage. So we will reach through these. Well, I wanted to be a pilot ever since I was little, and I guess just learning how to build the planes, learning how to use the tools, getting flight experience, and then eventually maybe even going and getting my own kit and building my own plane myself. I feel like that could really help me get somewhere in life.
But even with their experience in team building and troubleshooting and problem solving that they learn here, in addition to the skills that they have with different hand tools and power tools, they'll be able to take those skills to most any industrial setting. Specifics might be working with local metal bending and sheet metal production companies that do repair work, companies that work on mechanical things. I think there's a lot of different ways to extrapolate these skills and make them useful in today's workforce.
Is this better than school?
Absolutely.
Why?
I think it's more fun working with sheet metal. I'm getting to learn about what I love, and it's more hands-on.
I've been looking into the aeronautical engineering program, but I'm also looking into a food engineering program, which is almost similar in the way you put together these machines, because it's riveting and all that in those machines. But those are two paths I want to go down, and it's handy knowing how to work with stuff like this, like rivets and just building in general, because it's used in many degrees, not just aeronautical and aerospace. That's why I find it so fascinating.
while we're excited and willing to give back and want to share a passion with aviation and want to acquaint students with aviation, we also recognize that we're really building students who build the airplanes. We're not building airplanes as mentors or as a group. So we like to take those skills that the students have built themselves and apply them to different areas. And if they end up being excited about a different career field or more employable or interested in something else, part of what we do here is just expose them to opportunities that they wouldn't learn about in any other way.
We're just going to push this tab down just a second. All right, go.
My bad.
Push this gut, lift it a little bit.